to our opportunity company presentation today, where you can achieve the extraordinary. Ordinary people living extraordinary lives. And the beauty of this business is no one here gets left behind. So what would it be like if time and money were no object to you? What would you do? What would you be doing? Would you be buying beautiful cars, going to beautiful destinations with loved ones, just buying a better family home? Just have the freedom and independence to enjoy your family. Or whatever it is, it's whatever you choose. And really that's what this business is about. So first, a little history about the company. It's formed by a group of executives that have huge experience in the industry. And they're basically driven by four main values: innovation, integrity, informed, and of course a Bill of Rights to protect your business as you work with us. It was launched in 2002 in Utah. The founders have over 100 years of experience in building this type of business before. They've previously already built a multi-billion-dollar business, so they have a proven track record. They know what they're doing, and this time they've set out to do it better. And they're already started in a great style. Their first year they did 32 million in sales, which set the fastest first year sales record in the whole industry. And the growth rate is set to be quite extraordinary. They're clearly on the path to become the next billion-dollar business, and they have a target of over 10 billion. And the market size that they're addressing is very, very achievable. 2015, so this is 3 years later, they've already exceeded 100 million. So well on their way to the billion-dollar target. Open in 14 countries. In fact, you can add the UK to that now, so that's 15, and that number's rapidly rising. Voted #1 patent pending compensation plan in the business, and it's just run awards for its products, for its management, its executives, a whole host of recognition throughout the industry that this is seen as the next up and coming big thing to happen. So another industry first that they've created is they've provided full length protection for your business owners, and this is written down into the constitution of the actual business itself, and this protects your business. So they give a guarantee to you working with the business that it would never sell out to retail, they never change your contract without your agreement to it, and you'd have full representation at board level. So you, the network, working with the business, generating the business, are going to honour that. And later I'll explain why it's actually very easy for them to honour this agreement. And many companies out there haven't. People have built fantastic businesses under companies, and then they've literally had the carpet swiped from under their feet if they sold out to retail or changed their marketing model or changed the compensation plan. And really you end up realizing that you don't really own your own business. So you never worry about changing policies here. This is fixed. You also got top first-rate training with Tim Sales, who's an industry leader in this area, and a guy called Robert Allen, who's one of the best marketers in the world. So marketing is big business, or team marketing is big business. So 178 billion a year makes team marketing huge. And compare this to 142 billion General Electric, 80 billion worldwide movie industry. So General Electric, the largest corporation on the face of the earth, and it's bigger than that, over twice the size of the worldwide movie industry, and over 6 times the size of McDonald's, and over 10 times the size of the global music industry. So 3 key reasons why you want to join the Opportunity Company. 1, they create unique leading products with a brand strategy to go with it, rapidly growing global demand, and proven model, easy to follow plan, training and mentoring. And basically no one here gets left behind, not if you don't want to be. There's marketing, there's training, mentoring, and all sorts of tools and people who are here to help you gain your success in this business. So more reasons why you want to join the Opportunity Company would be: there's no stock and no staff involved, low cost, easy start, easy entry. People trust personal recommendations, and this is really what the business is based upon. There's no selling involved, it's just about if you believe in the products and you can see how good they are, then recommend them. And no one will get left behind. Basically, whether you join or not, the wave is coming, and all I'm saying to you is don't miss it. So how does this unique strategy of brand marketing work? So if we look at another example, we've got this selection of brands here. You probably see them in the supermarket almost every day. And of course they're all owned by one big brand called Procter & Gamble. And what we've done here is we've created a selection of leading edge brands within the health umbrella, and of course all under the Arix brand. And basically they're to capitalize on key trends, always staying relevant and competitive, and stay profitable in a changing market. And this is really the key behind the Bill of Rights. That if the products are not relying on a single product, they're relying on independent brands which we can keep fresh. We keep bringing out new brands and keep it ahead. Then it's easy to maintain value, and hence it's easy to continue paying the compensation plans. The reason companies start playing around with the models and the compensation plans is because as the product becomes more like a commodity, it starts to fall behind the curve and its value drops, and they're actually unable to maintain their business model. So if we look at the brands themselves, we've got Nutrify, which is the nutritional brands, Prime, which is the very high-end essential oils, Slenderize, which is the slimming products, Purity, pure air, pure water, and Revive for sort of organic, clean body care products, and with no chemicals, and Juve, again as a skincare range, and they're all under the main umbrella of health, basically. And this is what we're about. This is it. So capitalize on key trends, staying ahead in these key markets. Now, you could build a fantastic business just with any one of these brands. There's a lady in China who sells air filters in one of the big polluted cities in China, and last year she made $1.4 million. That's how much money she made out of her commissions. Slenderize, fantastic opportunity just selling the slimming products. Nutrify, that's my personal favourite. It's about high-grade nutrients for maintaining your health. The principle being that if you maintain your health with the right antioxidants and nutrients for your body, you're keeping it, you know, by the time you go to the doctor, you're already firefighting. So prevention is better than the cure. So the Nutrify range here is, you've got Rejuvenix, which is a sort of a natural form of energy product. You've got VibraQ, Moa, a $250 billion market here, and all the products are made for cellular protection and repair. They're all pharmaceutical grade, fully certified, super potent and and for absorption as well. And the reason I say for absorption, because these sort of products, if they're made cheaply and not made using more organic type materials, your body actually doesn't even recognize them. Though technically you could say something is vitamin E, for example, but if it's not chelated, then your body can't even absorb it, so it doesn't matter. GMO and pesticide free, organic and raw. There's a little antioxidant test we did with some apples. So on the right hand we used Lake Arrowhead water and a whole range of products here. And here you see the Arix product, and in fact next to the USANA product, which was the previous company that the top team built. So 48 hours in the water, and look at the results. It's quite extraordinary. So 3 of the vitamin products, the antioxidant products, worse than useless. The apples looks like it's accelerated its deterioration rather than inhibited. In fact, the Lake Arrowhead water, look at it, it's just deteriorated at a sort of more natural pace. And clearly the cleanest one is the Arix product, and very closely followed by the USANA product. List of companies who've tested the products, so purity and the purity levels of water, very interesting areas here. MOA, 34 superfoods for a super U. So what you have here is fantastic superfoods like black seed, Nigella sativa, which if you Google it, it says it's good for everything but death. You've got noni fruits, which is a Hawaiian medicinal fruit used for many hundreds of years. Grapestone or grapeseed extract, again, hugely powerful antioxidants in this, and so forth. Basically, this combination of cold pressed and traditionally grown products, so you get very high nutrient payload. So these aren't anything like products you might buy in the supermarket. You couldn't buy the orange used in this in the supermarket. You probably have to eat 6 of them to get the same nutrient payload of one of these oranges. And this is what we're talking about, where we're losing our nutrient payload of our vegetables and our general foods, and we're compromising all the time. And if you don't think that affects our body, then you need to think again. So that we end up with this non-pasteurized, cold-pressed, very potent drink called MOA, and you literally just have a little capful in the morning, a little capful in the evening. So a bottle like that would last you about 2 weeks. Selena's story, so she's now going to tell you about her story where she was recovering from the effects of chemo. She used to feel very tired and she was in a lot of pain, and she felt the MOA helped her very much with the inflammation aspects of her situation. And of course, as the inflammation went down on her body, she was out of pain, and of course she got her energy back. So in her experience, she had quite a big transformation in her life. Now Natalie suffered very much from IBS, which many of you may know is not a fun thing to suffer from. A huge number of people suffer from IBS in the UK and in the Western world, and mostly it's probably down to our diets. We damage our gut, we damage our intestine, and this can lead to more serious conditions like divicular disease, which is a very popular killer in the Western world. And when you consider that there are countries in the world that don't have this problem at all, so you have to think, well, there must be some link here. How can a country not have divicular disease, yet in the West it's a very popular killer of people? So there's some clues. There's always clues. So the Optimals is the leading range of Optimals in minerals and vitamins. Now, by taking these, you're giving your body ultimate protection. You're giving yourself a first line of defense in giving it the right nutrient balance, and it allows your body to absorb better the good nutrients from your food and diet generally. So this is what happens, is that as our gut and our system is gradually being compromised as it's not getting the nutrients it needs. Vinali, grapeseed extract, there was only one supplier in the world that would guarantee to test the grapeseed for over 400 toxins, and this is a very good anti-aging product, very good for your skin and health. Very, very powerful antioxidants we've found in the grapeseed extract. So here we've got a fish oil test to show that we've got we've got a patented method of extracting the omega-3 oils that it leaves it more potent than just about any other product. As you can see this test here, the oil binds with the oil-based polystyrene cup, and you see that the other ones that it's tested against, it has absolutely no impact at all. So we're claiming that all our products have a higher basic potency and purity than just about any other products out there in the market. So it's made in an eco-friendly way and only using small fish, so you don't have the toxins from the bigger fish in the ocean. Restorix is a very powerful anti sort of a cleanse. It's a lot of toxins we store in our fat cells in our body, and Austrian zeolite actually extracts that, draws it out of our body, along with spirulina, chia seed, and ginger root. And you can look these up on the Google, and you'll see clearly that these are very powerful products. It's an excellent product and very, very good effect. Very good for alkalizing the body, and very, very good for your health. And Rejuvenix, this is a billion-dollar product on its own. You've got a multi-billion-dollar energy drinks market, like the Red Bulls, the Monster. These drinks are full of rubbish. They're full of caffeine, and they're full of sugars and all things that are really pretty bad for you. And Rejuvenix completely bucks the trend here. Is a clean energy, mental alertness without the crash. It's a very natural energy rise. It's really quite an extraordinarily nice natural feeling, and it's all done with super fruit antioxidant blends: acacia berry, mangosteen. Well, it's a bit like Moa, but it's just leaning towards the energy aspect and sharp alertness of brain. So green coffee beans, L-theanine, chamomile flower, hawthorn berry, and I think it's like 110 tablets in a bottle, in a case. It's excellent value for money. Slender eyes, you can drop bad fat 3 times faster than diet and exercise alone. It's proven to be a much more potent way of losing fat or weight management. And if you actually calculate it on a cost per weight loss per pound, it's cheaper than any other product out there in the marketplace. And what's so extraordinary about this is 2 major things. One is you lose weight in a way that there's no rebound. The people who use this method, people who diet they often starve themselves, and then they go back and eat more and put on more weight than they had in the first place. With this, it actually changes you a little bit, changes you in a positive way, in the sense that you don't really crave the sugars, you don't crave the breads. And once you switch to that other path, you find yourself not rebounding at all. And the Nourish, which is the supplementary meal replacements that go with it, are made in a very balanced way with lots of nutrients. It's a very nutrient-rich diet, so it's not just an empty filler to skip a meal with. It's actually very nutrient-rich, so it feeds your body very heavily, but in the right way. And this is part of the reason why this product works so well, because your body's so very well nourished. You just don't fancy any of the rubbish, which isn't doing you any good in the first place. So it's a $650 billion market here. So it's clinically proven to lose weight at an average of 15 to 28 pounds in 28 days, and this can be with or without exercise. It's that good. And then the Pure Nourish, as we said, it's using it's all GMO free. It's very low calorie. Basically, it works. And what's so key about it, you've got the probiotics and prebiotics, digestive enzymes. So it's very good for maintaining your gut health. I mean, how are you going to maintain good weight loss if you're not maintaining your health in the first place? Here's a chart which shows it up against the Sana product, which is probably one of the best other products out there in the marketplace. You see we're less than half the calories. Um, we're a fraction of the sugar, and we're the only product out there with the probiotics and prebiotics, and we're the cheapest product on the market. It's extraordinary. So this really is about Lisa Cummings, her story. Absolutely extraordinary. I'll send you the link for the video later. You must watch it. And if you're not affected by that story, then you're not going to be affected by anything. Lisa, she was basically, poor thing, confined to a wheelchair, and she became very obese and very unhappy. Not being in a wheelchair made her unhappy enough, it made her even worse. So she used the Sloan Vice product, and of course she didn't have the luxury of being able to go down the gym and work off and help exercise. But basically in 10 months she lost 130 pounds. Extraordinary. Purity, the trend is for clean air and clean water and filtration, and we've got a $40 billion market here alone. And the water filter, you can basically put it in a puddle, you can put it in the River Thames, you can put it in the River Ganges, so you can travel with it, and you can fill it from a tap in any hotel in the world, and you're drinking pure water, and you know you're going to be safe from viruses and bacteria and chlorine and all the sort of rubbish that's put in water these days. And the 11-stage filtration unit, big hit in the Asian countries. Both these are big hits in Asian countries. Even will filter out viruses and bacteria, mold and fungi out of the air. And at 303 feet per minute, cubic feet per minute, you know, in an apartment or a home, it very quickly, rapidly purifies the air. So just a few examples of the purity bottle in action. Top left actually filtered Coca-Cola. And we've actually done this demonstration, and it's extraordinary. You can drink Coca-Cola and you end up drinking pure water. It's a very powerful visual demonstration. Now the Revive range, again, another brand, all under the health umbrella. It's all about your body care products. I mean, think about it. If you look at the stuff you buy in the supermarket, if you look at the toothpaste, it'll actually say on it, do not swallow. Just think about it. Do not swallow toothpaste. So there are toxins in it just to clean your teeth. To me, that's extraordinary that you'd have a product that you put in your mouth to clean your teeth, that they actually recommend you don't swallow it. We're here, and the same is with our soaps and our shampoos. Our skin absorbs poisons and toxins faster than anything else. It goes straight into the bloodstream, straight into our vital organs. And you know, in our battle for health, we need to be vigilant. We need to look at all angles. We need to look at what we swallow, what we put on our skin, and what we eat. And the trend in this market is sort of 8 to 13 billion rising. It's a massive industry, and you know, it's a very necessary one. You know, with the cancer rates at the moment, so the experts, I was talking to some cancer experts recently, and they told me it's about 25% of us have cancer, and in the next 10 years they reckon it's going to rise to over 50%. And recent media articles are saying that the research now supports the fact that this is more driven by lifestyle choices as opposed to what they kept saying is genetic problem. So they're actually admitting now that it's to do with the things we eat and put on our skin and we subject our bodies to. We need to be very vigilant on this. Then we have the Prime range, which is the sort of Rolls-Royce end of the essential oils and fragrances. And these again are aimed towards health, being organic, pure, and they've been done in very special blends to help different aspects, whether it's soothing, relaxation, calm, and so forth. And we brought out a most recent brand that's just been launched, is Juvet, which is the new skincare range. And one of the things that you should really read, and I'll send it to you, is the Never Ever list, which basically states all the chemicals and things that if you check your skincare products, you'll find that most of them are in your skincare products. And what we're saying here is you should never ever use these or put these things on your skin, they're carcinogenic and basically bad for you. Rejuve has replaced all of these elements, and for example, they found that radish root fermented would replace the activity of one of these ingredients, and they've basically gone about it in that style. So the opportunity, the fast track. Now here's some examples. It's very cheap to get started in this business. I mean, obviously these prices will vary depending on the euro exchange rate and the dollar rate. So basically, as a basic members pack just to get started, $245, and then there's a business pack for $460, and there's an elite pack which gives you the full range of Nutrify and the body products and the water bottle for $7.90, and that represents quite a big saving of about $350, £200. So the first step is you buy a business orientation system, or BOSS, that gets you an income position. And BOSS also, it has all your training, so it's got your essential training by Tim Sales and Robert Allen and so forth. Second, and then you obviously buy and sell products to activate your income position. So you buy and use a certain amount of products just to maintain your income position. And then you have an auto delivery. Buy, use or sell 100 PV points every 4 weeks, and that keeps you active. So this is what a members pack would look like. You get a bottle of Moa, you get Magnicor D, which is an amazing product with magnesium as well as the calcium, D and K2, so it allows your body to absolutely absorb it and use it properly. Then you have the Optimals, which is essential really, Rejuvenix, and the Slenderize product. Business, and we add to that the Pure Nourish and the Purity Bottle and the Vinali and the Omega Q and the Restorix, so it ramps up quite quickly. And then the Elite product package, where you get all the Revive range, and you get the whole Nutrify range and the whole Slenderize range as well. Bottom line is, if you can afford it, I thoroughly recommend you go for the Elite package, and if you can't, then just get started, get into the business, start earning some money. You can always upgrade later. Just to give you an idea of the weekly average earnings of each income position, I remember when I was looking at starting this, I looked at the lower income positions and thought nothing of it really. I thought it won't affect me until I get a bit higher up. But you know what? When you've started the business and you earn your first £40 or £90, it's quite interesting because it actually has an effect on you. Although it's not a lot of money, you actually start to realise that you've actually invested your money in something that's going to pay you back, and pay you back many times. Because as soon as it gives you that first £40, I mean, think about it. In a year, the money that you spend, how much of it do you spend on items that will never ever pay you back, that will be worthless at the end of the year? I think you'll be surprised if you drew a line down the page and wrote on the left hand side all the items that will be worthless after you've spent your money, and on the right hand column all the things that will be worth more at the end of the year. I think you'll be quite shocked. And there's a very small percentage of the population that do the complete reverse to us, and they're the wealthy ones. So this is an example of where you're buying in the right hand column, you're investing in something that's going to pay you back. So instead of buying a consumable, maybe a sofa, or you wouldn't even get a very good sofa for £800, would you? You're buying a business that you can actually make money with, start earning an income. So to build your business faster and easier, you become part of a team, and then it's a very sincere team, because the success of each individual really depends on helping other people to succeed. So people that join us, below us, we're only going to become more successful by making you successful. So it's very important that we teach you duplication and make sure that you learn how this business operates. So it's absolutely in our interest to make you succeed and win at this. So you get full access to mentors. If I'm not around, then various other team members who know as much or more about me in different areas will always be available to help you, whether it's to help with a client or a difficult situation. You're part of really the opportunity company. The opportunity is already there. It's prepared, packaged. You don't have to have any staff. You don't have to develop the products. You don't have to deliver the products. You don't have to insure the products, stock them, store them, or anything. It's all there. You just set up the introductions. You recommend it. You say Mo is a very nice drink, and get someone to try it, and then it's shipped directly to their home. In the story. You don't have to deal with them. You just maintain relationships. Leading trends in each case, system tools, full training, and really no one here gets left behind. That really is, we take that very much to heart. So where do you see yourself in 3, 5, or 10 years' time? You see yourself traveling the world? Do you see yourself being in your dream home, living by a beautiful lake or by the ocean or by the mountains, or traveling? Do you want to be able to live the life that you want to, or live a life with compromise? Do you want to have the freedom to travel and explore the world, or do you want to have the time to spend it with your family and your loved ones? Do you want to have an alternative plan B? What happens if your career doesn't work out? Do you have a savings plan, a retirement plan, doesn't income planned out? Do you want to build your own dream or help someone else's with their dream? That's basically the choice we make in life. So where do you see yourself with regards to this AriixUltimate opportunity? You're either in A, you know enough and you want to get started immediately, which is great. Let's talk. We'll get you started right now, and we'll get you started training so you hit the ground running. And that's one thing I do advise, by the way, is once you get started, do the training first. Talk to us, rehearse and practice before you start trying to recruit anyone. And that's quite sincere advice here. B, you maybe have some questions. Well, happy to go through it. We can go through it over Skype. Fantastic tool. All over the world we can deal with people over Skype. Or C, you're not in